Generally speaking, when you're in the studio and you're putting together a solo, what's your approach? Do you come in with it kind of written out and prepared, or do you just noodle till you find the magic?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I think I work quite differently from a lot of people. I will work on some solos, but I would say by far, I like to leave it until the day. And typically, I don't do more than about 5 takes. I find that those first 5 takes are the most pure takes for me, where I'm just not thinking about what I'm playing and I'm just playing. I'm caught up with what I'm hearing and how I apply the solo to what the bass, when I say bass, I mean B-A-S-E, of the song is, the structure of the song, the tonality, the emotion, all of that stuff. I'll listen to it numerous times before I actually play a single note when we're doing solos. And then I'll do those 5 takes, and I find after that, I start repeating myself. And I know part of it is trying to find a structure and develop a structure, but at the same time, I just get bored with it. I'm impulsive when it comes to that sort of thing. Geddy's the opposite. He really has to hear everything wrong before he knows it's right. So he'll spend hours and hours and hours doing stuff. I like to spend minutes doing stuff. And this solo, for example, for Limelight, if my recollection is correct, it was about 5 or 6 takes that we did for that. Then Terry and Ged, they'd kick me out of the room, and they would do a comp of those solos. And I wouldn't come back in the room until they were ready and they said, to come back in. And generally, I would say that I was happy with how they perceived the solo and how they fitted the parts. Geddy and I are super, super, super close. We've worked together for so long, and we've been best friends for forever, for, I don't know, 50 years, more than 50 years, 55 years.
Did that ever create odd moments in solos where they comp something together that's like super unnatural as a guitar player, and then you have to go out and do it live for the rest of your life?
Always. It was always, but then it was a challenge because I had to learn that solo. And I think, well, I played those parts, so right. I'll be able to do them again. It's just how you put them together. Like from here to here in the space of a millisecond is a tough reach, But, and this solo was one of those. This has, it has a lot of really languid kind of movement and bends and pulls and drops and notes that come in and creep up. And when I first heard the comp, I thought, well, they really got all the stuff that I liked. I can't really remember what was left over from those solos, but I was very happy with the structure and how they heard it and put it together, because it really reflects the emotional character of the song, of being disconnected and living a life that's on a stage and kind of fake and not real, and demands that kind of celebrity that takes from you. The solo, I really wanted to echo that feeling and that sense of loneliness.
Well, it's really interesting you say that, because it's such a dramatic scene change within the song. With the rhythm guitar completely drops out, it gets real lonely.
Yeah, it's a real mood shifter, that one. And I think it fulfilled everything that I wanted out of it. And most of the solos that I've done, I feel pretty confident that I nailed what my expectations. Not always. Some are just crazy playing and fills the void. And those solos really stand out to me. I can't name any right now, but
what, like Analog Kid, where it's just fast and crazy?
Well, that Analog Kid was fast and crazy because I wanted it to be really energetic and crazy.
Yeah.
And it is, that I had a what do you call it? Like a harmonizer pedal that kicks in, towards the end of the solo, and it just creates so much tension and angst and the teenage kind of sensibility. So that was satisfying to me. That did do what I intended it to do.